Welcome back to SAS learning sessions. My name is Naga Vemprala. Today we are going to see how to generate reports using PROC Tabulate. Till now we have seen how we can generate nice HTML reports using PROC print and PROC report. When PROC print is not sufficient in the scenarios like where we need to generate some summary statistics, we went for PROC report. PROC Tabulate also does the same thing, but it can generate a little more sophisticated reports than PROC report. Usually they will be used, both PROC report and PROC tablet will be used interchangeably depending on the requirement. Let's get started into the session. For today's session, I have taken the same requirements what we have taken in the PROC report in session 4, which is reporting sales by region and reporting sales and number of stores by region and across the product. Then we calculated a new column, leftover inventory, and we reported it using reported by region again. And finally we generated a few summary statistics, and the report was for the products and number of returns, the total amount of returns by region. For everything we have taken shoes dataset. The same things we are going to achieve using PROC Tabulate. We will see how we can do that. So for PROC Tabulate, basic things we have to start as usual. Everything should be started with the procedure name PROC Tabulate, and then on the dataset for which we are going to generate a report, using which we are going to generate the report, that one we will give here, which is nothing but shows dataset provided by SAS. It is in SAS help library, and we have to close it with a run statement, and in between that we usually have table, class and where statements. Table and class, they are the minimum required statements for any PROC tablet to work. Whenever we have any variable which is numeric, we have to give it in var statement. Table, like column in report, it controls the way the appearance of the report. So here I am saying region comma sales. We have seen this comma operator in the report itself, which is nothing but whatever is before this comma will go as a row section, and whatever is after that comma, that will be in the columns. So sales, I am going to get it in the columns, and region by region, so it will be region in the rows. And class in the class statement, whatever variable we specify, that is a categorical variable. Categorical variable is nothing but it's a nominal variable where we cannot perform any numeric arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, nothing we can do. Examples of categorical variables are, we categorize them male, female. We can say some colors, blue, red, green. These kind of colors are categorical variable. And even we can say shirt sizes, different sizes of shirts, medium, large. Those things can be categorized as a categorical variable. And it's a broader, in a broader sense, I have mentioned. And then we have analysis variables, which is nothing but where we are performing operations, sum operation, maximum. Here we have sales, one such kind of variable where we can do some arithmetic operations. They are all continuous variables. Continuous in the sense it's not discrete. The value can be in a range. They take a value from certain low value to the certain high value. Between that range, so it's a continuous variable. Let us see how the report appears. Our requirement is we are going to categorize it by region, and I am going to display sales. It's a simple proc tabulate report. So I have to get region as the rows, and for each and every row we should be getting sales. So we have region like Africa, Asia, all these are regions. For each and every row I have a column value, which is nothing but a default function sum. So here it is the sum of sales for that particular region. We achieved the same thing in proc report. I am simultaneously showing the same proc report again. It will be a good revision. We have that column statement that controls appearance of report, and then we have uh, define statement. Here I am grouping it by region. If you don't specify this group, everything in the record by record by for that particular region and the corresponding sale will be reported. All the rows will be reported if you don't specify this group operation. And by default here proc report does summary, and whatever is the variable analysis variable we mention, or numeric variable type of, depending on the type of variable, that particular variable will be summed up. Moving on to the second requirement, we have report the sales and number of stores by region across product. So we have a feature in report, across feature, where we mentioned a particular variable in specific to the across functionality as usage as across. The product is used as across variable, and we used two analysis variables, stores, to calculate the number of stores in that particular region. Here we are grouping by region. So in this particular region, how many number of stores are generating this particular product, and the same way what is the sales revenue generated out of this particular region. If we run this proc report, we will get it like sales value and then number of stores. For each and every region we have got the report. The same thing with the proc tabulate. Yeah, with the same thing with the proc tabulate, how we can do it is the variables, analysis variables, I have to mention it in where statement, as I have mentioned. So we have specified sales and stores in where, and class statement, categorical variables. There are two categorical variable by region and product. Where I want this region and where I want this product, that will be decided by table statement. Here region goes as a row, and for now we will ignore this all. And in the column section, which is after the comma, we have number of stores. It is summed up by product. So whenever we have comma, that goes as a rows and columns, but when we have this um, multiplication operator or star, what it does is it will group up the stores in particular column product. So if we have 5 different products, the heading goes as whatever is the label name provided for this product, and under that we have the 5 products displayed, and for each and every product, stores, number of stores, here we have used the sum function, so the total number of stores will be displayed. Likewise, if I have grouped this particular uh, used in the open and closed parenthesis like this, so the as a group, this goes as a group. Here I have mentioned the summed up value of stores and summed up value of sales in the column. So I will be getting two columns for each and every region by product. So if I have 5 products, so 5 products will have 5 into 2, 10 columns. Okay, so I will be having in the first column stores, the same way in the second column next product stores, sum of stores. Likewise, once all the stores values are displayed, the 5 columns, then the next 5 columns corresponding to the sales value will be displayed for each and every region. So this is the way we control the appearance of report using table statement. And for this particular number of stores, I have used the format as 10 dot, because it's not a dollar value. So I want that particular value without any decimals to be displayed, so I gave the format as 10 dot. But for sales, I have mentioned it as dollar value. We don't have any decimal, so I have mentioned it as dollar 10 dot. And I have a all statement here. What this all will do is, the numeric values, here the numeric values are sales and total number of stores for each and every region. But here for the region all, I have mentioned for I have mentioned this all for region. So once all the regions are displayed, at the end we have a grand total record displayed. The record will hold a label by default as all. If we don't specify this key label, all is equal to whatever the label we want. Key label controls the label that is created at the end for the particular summary record. If we don't specify this all here, there is no use of key label. And if I delete this particular statement and run the piece of code, I have to get the same result whatever I have got it for proc report section previously. So we have the total number of stores and the corresponding sale amount for the region Africa. Likewise, for each and every region we have the values displayed. Now let's keep the all function, I mean all statement. If I run it, I have to get the summary record at the end. I got the summary record, grand sales, and here are the total number of stores for across all the regions which is selling the product boot. And we have got the, likewise we have got total sale amount in dollars. Across product we have 1 2 3 4 8 products, in total 8 products, so 8 columns here, 8 columns here, 16 columns are displayed like that. So overall this particular table controls the way in which we want the values to be populated. For example, if I don't want the stores to be calculated as a summary, instead I want for each and every stores, like what is the sale that happened uh, from selling boot, and how many are the stores available, or whichever how many are the stores selling that particular boot product, and across what region, each and every region. Okay, I will take the requirement like, by region I want to display stores, how many stores are selling each and every product. If I want that store also to go into number of rows, so which displays for region, these are the number of stores selling boot. So I have to give it as stores here, and all will not be okay. Anyway, we are going to have the summary, so all, even if we specify here or here, it doesn't make any difference. Here, once the region is done, we will be anyway getting the summary statistic. That should be good. And I should not mention the sale here, store number of stores here. It should go as a categorical variable, because I am not adding up all the stores across the region, but I wanted to display sale happened across the total number of stores by product by region. So I have to mention the store as categorical variable. Now if we run the code, okay, it, if you see here, I have not mentioned any uh, star operator. So what happened is, after the region, store values are displayed. Here, first the region is displayed, then the store number of stores are displayed. So which is not the report that I have intended. I want that to be by stores, by and by region. So I have to mention it as like this. So stores also goes into the same record. Here if I mention like that, what is going to happen in my report is, there are 8 stores, example I'm saying, there are 8 stores selling the product boot, and the total amount made out of selling boot from 8 stores for the region Africa, it is $6,081. And if we add up all this amount, okay, here we did not add it up, let's add that particular amount also. So how to do that? As simple as it again, we want sum by stores, so we will give that all here, and let's run this. To cross verify, I am giving this all. So I have the grand sale amount of around 120k. Let's verify that in proc report which we have run previously. Yes, we got a dollar amount of exact same value, 119835, from proc report and proc tabulate 835. But here it is for the whole 140 stores across Africa. Now I have additional details in proc tabulate. Here one particular category of within Africa, there are 8 stores which are selling boot product and making a dollar value of 6081. Like that, there are 25 stores in one particular category, 24 stores in one particular category. Overall, if we sum up this 8, 12, 14, 16, like that, we will be getting 140 stores across Africa region, and the dollar value total sales made out of it is 119.835k. So there is some category again. 8 stores are there are 8 stores in one particular category, 12 stores in one particular category. So we have some more additional details. If we want to see what is that additional category, then we can give it as I have mentioned. Here we can give just a space, and what is that category. Let us see what is the variable. What is the variable that is again categorizing it? Maybe the subsidiary. Let us give the subsidiary here. And run the code. So if I give the subsidiary, I should be getting, okay, let us group it together. Store all and subsidiary. Okay, here we will be able to verify it now. Yeah, LUANDA, Londa. This is particular subsidiary that is selling 8 stores and which is equivalent to $6,081. So these are additional details we are providing in the PROC tablet. So if we know the way in which we want our report to be populated and what is the inference we are going to get out of this PROC tablet, we can do these kind of minor tweaks and we can produce the report however we want it. So there are additional details. Anyway, we have satisfied the requirement, our requirement, which is just to report sales and number of stores by region across product. We don't need all these subsidiary, then stores. All these are not required, but they are additional features of PROC tablet. Now let us go into third requirement, which is to compute leftover inventory by region. Till now we have seen what are all the additional benefits out of PROC tablet, but what I feel is there is a little drawback in tablet when we don't have compute feature. In PROC report, how we have achieved this leftover inventory is within the PROC report itself we gave compute and end compute. Between that two statements we have new variable declared and we calculated leftover inventory using inventory sum minus sales sum. So likewise we got this new column without again doing any calculations in any another step. Such kind of compute feature is not there for tablet. Then how we can do that is, before going into that, okay, here it is. Before going into report section, we are creating another data set, a work data set shoe, like work dot shoes. We can give the exact name, and I am creating it from shoes, which is present in SAS help library, and I am adding a new additional column leftover inventory, calculating the same way inventory minus sales for each and every record, and then I am displaying the same way how exactly we have displayed previously the same report. I used it here. The additional variable I have given, that is I am displaying sales and leftover inventory across product, and I am displaying that in $10 format. So here I am displaying two variables, but I am not doing any uh, summary statistics within the, okay, just I am just displaying the sales and leftover inventory by product. So I gave these two variables here, and the three categorical variables are region, stores, and product. Here I have used the stores the same way whatever I have used previously here. The categorical variable I have used it here. So I should be getting it as a bigger version of report. Oh, I have not created this dataset yet. First, create this dataset. We got the dataset. And now we got the same report. So for 8 stores, this is the thing. But additionally, apart from the total sales, we got a new variable leftover inventory. So this is what we are displaying it here. So likewise, this is whenever we have something like calculate a new column and display it in the report, we can go for PROC report simply, or we have to, if we are okay to do it in 2 steps, then we can do it in PROC tabulate. So as I have mentioned previously, it depends on the requirement, and it depends on the developer feasibility. Whichever the way the developer likes, he can code it. SAS has the capability to generate reports. Minor drawbacks are there in each and every report, and additional features are also there at the same time. So both are really good tools in SAS to generate the reports. And going to the final requirement for the day, we have generating the summarized statistics by product across the region, and we are going to generate the summary statistics for returns. So what we have given here is I am having region in the row section, and I have returns. For this returns, I have how many returns are there, I am calculating, and that is the n. I want that in the format 3 dot, and we have the mean value of the return, max. These are additional things just for the um, I mean, for explaining the additional features of tablet I have mentioned, which are not required. We can simply give sum, and we will be able to get this sum of returns by region. But I am getting the number of returns. It's not number of returns, the number of unique returns that are made, and mean, max, median. So if we do this particular thing, let us run this. We are getting uh, additional summary statistics. Here remember, the n stands for not exactly the total number of returns made. It is having non-missing values, for the returns across Africa region. So simply we don't have any missing values, so it is the number of records across region Africa. Likewise, we have other summary statistics: mean returns for Africa, max returns, and median of returns. It is the highest repeated value. Sorry, it is a median, right? So it is a center value, middle value. So these are all the statistics we have generated out of tablet, and now we learned how we can generate some sophisticated reports using PROC tablet. That's all for today. Thank you. Signing off.